Just like to start by saying Happy New Year, everybody. New year, new me. Gonna dress smarter, try harder. Nah, I'm only joking. I still got my joggers on from last night. Wristwatch check. I'm wearing my all new, all stunning, all time keeper, Omega Globemaster. Ooh la la. I'm Andrew and I'm a watch addict. Right guys, so this is my state of the collection, which I was going to film New Year's Day, but it's a few days late because of the Globemaster situation. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I've made a video of it previously, so I won't hark on too much about it. But what I wanted to say is there's big changes on the account and on the channel. I'm sure you can tell already, right? What do you mean you can't? Used to be a green box here, and I've got a watch winder. So big thanks to Dresswatch Jones. He sent me this as a gift. Oh, it smells good. So yeah, I am going to keep my Grand Seiko GMT in here. So it's going to look the business, keep it ticking over. It's a quartz, isn't it? I'm only joking. I'm not going to keep that in there. I'm going to keep my Speedmaster in here. That'll work its treat. So yeah, big thanks to Dresswatch Jones. He also gave me this Patek Philippe carry case. So I'm excited about a carry case, and I'm going to have to put a epoxy Rolex or Omega in there, aren't I? But he actually buys Patek, so I want to say big thanks to him, mate. Get a real thing sent down to me this time though, would you, pal? Cheers, mate. So, state of the collection. Oh, I'm excited about this one, to be honest, guys. The Globemaster, I know I've only had it a couple of days, but I haven't taken it off, and I'm going to go for, I want to say all of January, but I don't think I'll make it. But I'm certainly going to go for 1 or 2 weeks, full on, nothing else, wearing the Globemaster. This is my state of the collection. All my watches, apart from the first 4 or 5 that I show you quite briefly, are within a year old, and they always are. The oldest watch that I've got is a Bremont broadsword. I've had that a year, but that could be on the chopping block. I'm thinking of selling 2 or 3 watches and getting one watch, sort of upping my game within the watch. But I'm not sure what that is yet. But let's just get straight into the, oh, don't forget there's some watch wisdom at the end of this. Let's get straight into it because it's quite long-winded and me banging on about all my watches. Right guys, let's flip the camera. Right guys, so here it is. Whenever I have a big video like this to do, I always get a bit nervous. So I always tend to polish my wood out first. It just helps me relax and feel better. And as you can see, it's really brought the grain out. It's really smoothed it out, and it looks the business, to be honest. So let's get going with my collection. No pun intended. I'm going to start with the rubbish ones first. Not the rubbish ones, the lesser priced ones in my collection that I don't honestly wear that often, to be honest. And here it is. It's a Casio Digital. I bought it just because it were a tenner on eBay. And you know what? It's one of those things, and I don't particularly like it. Although I might wear it for jogging, that's about it. The ones on the all gold or all metal bracelets, I think they're pretty cool, and you could possibly get away with wearing them with jeans and a t-shirt, but as for that, it's just a kid's toy in it. Nothing more, nothing less. On to this one. This was sent to me by a company called Cartel in Scotland, and it was in and around St Andrew's Day that they sent it me, so I thought it was quite appropriate. And actually, it's a really comfortable, nice watch. It's a quartz, but that's not the end of the world. Oh no, I've messed up already. Try to put a watch on through the camera. So it's actually quite a nice fit and feel, and I actually kept it in the collection because I like the design, and I got them to engrave it on the back, and it says Watch Andrew Lockdown 2020, if I can just get that right. I got them to do that because that's when I started, you know, getting more involved with Instagram and stuff and YouTube. And classic of all time, I've got to say, you've got to have one of these in your collection, not because it's particularly a watch or a timepiece that you're going to enjoy and feel nice in, but I use it for running. But I don't have to take my phone with me. This will track my runs for me on its own. Takes my heart rate. You know, I can listen to my music as well through it, calendar. And then when I come back, and I can time my stretching and stuff like that. So I use it more as a sports sort of kit more than anything else. But yeah, it's a decent bit of kit that I suppose that people should have in the collection if you do fitness or walking or hiking. Go on to my Citizens now. I've got 3 Citizens, and this is a souvenir piece I bought from Geneva last year. I went to Geneva for my birthday and I wanted a watch to celebrate, sort of thing. Couldn't find anything. What I should have done really is actually buy a Swatch watch Geneva edition. in the airport, in Geneva itself, but because I thought, oh, it's just a plastic watch, do I really want it? Will I ever wear it? And I probably won't, but it'd have been a nice souvenir. And in the end, this is all this is. It's just a souvenir. I never really wear it. It's quite a nice watch, though. It's not to be sniffed at in any state of the occasion. I really like it, but I think it's about £150 duty free on the plane home, so I never wear it, but it's a nice souvenir and it will always remind me of Geneva. This one, on the other hand, is my wedding watch, which I've got fond memories of. I really like this watch, the design, the comfort of the bracelet. I think it's a really impressive watch, but ultimately what it does for it is it's 45mm. And at the time, that was right up my street. I wanted a big watch, but I used to wear my watches on my right wrist, and even then, I've had to... I don't know if you can hear the ambulance outside. I've ground it down there just to try and make it a bit more comfortable for me. So even when I wasn't into watches, I still found this watch uncomfortable and a little bit annoying. So obviously it's got a massive place in my heart, but it's not got a massive place in the collection where I wear it all the time. I might wear it for an evening. I did that last week actually, and you know what? It's still uncomfortable, so I don't wear it that often. This, on the other hand, is the Blue Angel Citizen Special Edition, and you know what? This is a very busy dial. It's not for everyone. It's radio controlled, which is fantastic. It is a very thin, comfortable 43mm watch, and it takes a signal from Germany, I think it is, in Europe, and it's a chronograph as well. It is nice. I do enjoy it, but again, once you've gone up the ladder and you've got a bit better quality watches, again, I'm not a fan of leather anymore, to be honest. I'm more of a fan of a bracelet. So, you know, I do wear it from time to time. I do love the blue. I do love the look of it, but no, I don't wear it that often. As for this is another Sentimental piece. So far, we've gone through 3 Sentimental pieces here, and this is the 4th. This is Sentimental because it's the watch from Interstellar, and it's the watch that Cooper wears, and my wife knows how much I love the watch. I have owned it previously, and she bought me this as a congratulations for getting to 10,000 Instagram followers, because I was starting to do loads of videos and different stuff and that, so she saw it was an enjoyable hobby for me and that the effort I was putting in, and she treated me to this watch. So it's a big 42mm, but actually I put it on in a video recently, and I looked at it, and when you see it across the room on someone else like I did on a video, I actually thought that's not too big at all. It looks a business. So only when you're really close up to a watch like that you would think, oh Christ, yeah, it is big, but it's not that too big. It's a day 80-hour power reserve, display case back as well. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic looking watch. I think this camera is taking after its owner. It can never last more than 4 minutes at a time. So I've just got really frustrated and nearly threw it out the window. I can't remember what I was just saying, but yeah, this is a day 80-hour power reserve. Really photographs well on Instagram. Lovely piece, very comfy. A little bit of micro adjustment there, and this is the first automatic watch that I've shown you so far, and it's a fantastic watch, and that for me is a keeper, and there's only one other keeper in the collection. What we're on to next. Ooh, this is very, very, very nice. This is a Christopher Ward C65 Super Compressor. Super comfy, super nice. Display case back. Amazing micro adjustment on the clasp. Amazing bracelet. What I would say is that it's only a pin instead of a screw, but that really isn't a problem. Now let me tell you why. I'm just going to collect another watch over here, and I'm going to shake them both, and I want you to tell me whether A or B is better sounding in quality. So this is A. This is B. Is it A or B? That is A. And that is B. I think that is the better sounding and not better quality bracelet, but I tell you what it is, for 750 quid to £1,000 or whatever these cost. Wow, this is not far off at all. It's an amazing quality bracelet. It's got the easy, whatever they call there, where you can just spring it out with your fingers, so it's dead easy. The super compressor. It's a vintage inspired dive watch. The bezel moves internally, and it's just a very comfy, very good looking watch. And my first ever Christopher Ward, you hear a lot about them, you see them online. It's one of them where you've got to take the plunge, so to speak, no pun intended, and just go out there and try and buy one and enjoy it, because I really, really have enjoyed that. One British watch to another, we're talking Bremont broadsword. Now, it's not on the original bracelet strap that it comes on, because that's just a canvas thing, and it's just a bit too casual. You know, I'm not going camping all the time. I do put it on this nice Zealand sorry Zealand, they're rubber straps. D-Lugs leather strap, and again they've got the little links there which are really good. So that's really, really nice quality, and I think it looks a business on the green, to be honest. This is an chronometer, only 38 power reserve, but I think these are fantastic looking watches. I recently reviewed the bronze, which is probably a step up when you just put them side by side. This one is, dare I say, a bit basic, but you know, sometimes you just want to put on a nice plain under the radar watch, and this is the business. I think it looks the business. It's a really solid case build, and I would recommend Bremont because, do you know what, I'm a bit biased. I really do like Bremont watches. Onto this, my very first Grand Seiko from Francis & Gay Jewelers. Ryan down there, he's a legend. He'll do you a good deal, and he looks after all his customers. He's a brilliant customer service guy down at Francis & Gay. So get in touch with him, and if you want to buy one of these, that's the place to go. And Bremont and Hamilton so far. So yeah, they have a lot of brands down there. This is, it's just stunning. I don't know if you've ever had hands-on experience with a Grand Seiko, whatever you want to call it, guys, before you start in the comments. And this is a 39mm. It really fits well. It's super comfy. That dial is something a little bit special. It's a super quartz as well, so it's highly accurate throughout the year, and it's nice that you can just throw it on and forget about it. And I think the design and the build quality of this, yeah, I get what people say now when they talk about Grand Seikos. Right, right, we've got 3 big boys left. Can you tell what's next? Probably the biggest of them all, is it? The Omega Speedmaster, iconic, vintage, all the way back to, what, the 1960s. So, yeah, you can't go wrong with owning one of these. It's really popular on Instagram. It's actually incredibly comfy to wear. It's one that I've owned twice this year. I didn't appreciate it first time round, and I was a bit naughty selling it so soon. Ended up buying it back, and it's a gorgeous looking watch. Not the greatest accuracy, I have to say, so a bit disappointing when you're buying a £5,000 watch. But, you know, a Speedmaster. You see anyone with a Speedmaster, you know that they know a little bit about watches, a little bit about its history. I doubt you'd just buy a Speedmaster and not know what it's about. So I got the sapphire sandwich as well, which for me you have to get, because you get the sapphire crystal on the front and you get the sapphire sandwich on the back. And look at that. Oh, yeah, so that for me, all-time classic. If I could change anything, I'd give it a bit more micro adjustment, I'd give it a more accurate movement, and I'd give it a bit more power. Not power. For God's sake, what is the problem? Right, let's go on to the next one, and it is my special little baby, the Rolex Datejust. Now, it feels a bit unique even to me holding this watch, because the wife's been wearing it. I took a link out of it the other day for her, just to let it try it on, and that was 3 frigging weeks ago. So, do you know what? She's been wearing a Gucci quartz for about 5 years. She's just not that into watches. I've said, we'll get matching Seamasters, or you can pick a watch out, and no, she's not interested. Then all of a sudden, she wants to wear my best watch all the time. So, who am I to argue with the boss? She can wear it, she can enjoy it, and you know what? When she does get bored of it and she gives it back, it'd be like me getting a brand new watch. So, what to be said about, oh my God, look at that. Yeah, this is just so nice. Yeah, it scratches badly, but once you get over that hump of scratching it so much that you just, not that you don't care about it, but you learn to accept it. A bit like having an ugly child. After a few years, you just accept it, don't you? Not that I'd know. Number 3. I'm joking. So yeah, one of my favourite watches of all time. Really comfy. Just, you know, the stature that comes with a Rolex, I really enjoy that as well. And this last watch, if you've seen my previous video, you'll know it was supposed to be a Breitling, and at last minute we changed it to a Globemaster. I won't go into the reasons, but just be known that this is a massive upgrade on what I was going to buy. And it's got the 8900 in the back, and I've got the bracelet coming in the near future. So that's the Omega Globemaster, which is just out of this world. So as a 2 Omegas and a Rolex, actually that's not a bad effort, is it? So 39mm, supposed to be 41, but that's 39mm. Supposed to be 42, but that's about a 40. So those 3 are spot on. That is very close behind. That's just close behind that. That I will always have the collection, and there's always a place for me to wear that. And then that again is super comfy and enjoyable. So that's my core collection. The others I've shown you as well. I hope you enjoyed this very long camera induced error video let's go back to me in the studio. Right, there you have it. That is my collection. As I say, I only wear 4 or 5 of them, and even then, you know, I always gravitate to the Rolex, the Omega. Is that me being a snob? Just for me personally, once you get up the ladder of watches, it's difficult to come back down, and I struggle to truly enjoy for any prolonged period my lesser watches. Now, I've always dreamed of owning an Omega or a Rolex, and that's something that 10 years ago, I remember looking in the window at an Omega at the Planet Ocean with the orange bezel, thinking, oh my God, that is so beautiful. I'll never get there. I'll never be able to own such an expensive watch. So to be able to get there, firstly for me, it's something that I don't want to let go of. I've got there. I'm holding on to it, and I want to wear my Rolex all the time. I want to enjoy it. I do want to baby them. I don't want them to get damaged, but I want to get my use out of them. I want to be seen in a Rolex or an Omega all the time because they're my favourites. So I do love the Bremont. I love it as a brand, but I need the bracelet on it for me to enjoy it a little bit more. The Hamilton will always be a keeper. The Christopher Ward is, for me personally, the quality on that is right up there. Considering the price difference, wow! Congratulations, Christopher Ward. The Grand Seiko, that's Seiko. I don't know. I say it right. I love that watch, but I love the quality. It's dead easy to use, but that again might be on the chopping block. So tell me what you think. Tell me my good ones, my bad ones. Have I got a good collection? Do you think, oh no, they're all rubbish? You might do. The Globemaster's not for everyone, but it's right up there at the moment. I think when I get it on the bracelet as well, I'll miss the date just less and less, to be honest. So not a quick video. It's quite a long video. Yeah, I've banged on a bit. But yeah, Happy New Year, guys. I'm looking forward to 2021 and the watches that come my way, even for a short period. People like Francis and Gail sending me on a regular basis. Big shout out to them, top guys. There's loads of people I could thank, to be honest, but I'm not going to get on with that. I want to get on with my watch wisdom. And add it for a few videos, but it's a good one. And I personally do this at least, I'd say once a week, maybe a little bit more. And you should try and encourage yourself to do this as well. So for the older people watching, you'll always remember your dad going to the toilet for a number 2 with a newspaper under his arm, because that's what fellas do. They go to the toilet, they spend a bit of time there, they make sure everything's flushed out, shall we say, and they read a newspaper. And now modern age, we all have a good sit down, 5-10 minutes, and we read his phone. And do you know what? Take that 5 or 10 minutes, put your phone down, put the books down, the newspapers down, take a watch with you. Just sit there and appreciate your favourite watch. So when you're sitting there, just look at your watch, appreciate it, look at the crown, the bezel, the intricacies of that, the markers, the way the hands sweep, the case back, and just sit there and appreciate the watch. And you know what? The time flies, and before you know it, you just sat there waiting to It's a good idea, I promise you. Try it. Next time you go, just take your watch and appreciate your watch, as all true watch geeks should. Right, guys, over and out. I'll see you in the next one.